Said it. Joining me to talk about this is DeWitt Lacy. He's a civil rights attorney and former criminal defense attorney. And DeWitt, just watching the judge there handle the situation, I've really been impressed by the judge. And I want to go back to a statement you said the last time we were discussing it. We were talking about juror number 37, and you said, I believe you said, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you thought the judge could have done more to rehabilitate her. I want to get your impressions of the judge and perhaps even what you just saw in that piece of tape.
Well, let me clarify. What I meant to talk about and speak on was that, in my experience, judges have rehabilitated. I don't think in this setting the judge has done much of that. Period. After the lawyers have done their questioning, at least that's what I've observed. Now, in this setting, I think the judge is doing just fine. I don't think the judge necessarily has an obligation to do that. Of course, if the judge sees something that maybe they believe that the lawyers aren't seeing or are purposefully not arguing, then the judge certainly has the right and ability to rehabilitate. In this circumstance, I think the judge did just fine.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. And, you know, one of the things that's been striking about particularly the defense's questioning of potential jurors is that it consistently asks these questions about Blue Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter. And again, you know, in talking to other attorneys who have represented folks in these types of cases, high-profile cases, I keep wondering, what does this have to do with the case? You know, these cases exist in a vacuum. You put them in a courtroom, it's about the facts of what happened, but yet these questions keep coming up. Why is that?
Michael, I think they keep coming up because this is a very hot-button issue in the public dialogue right now. Black Lives Matter and Blue Lives Matter, right? Police violence, as it relates especially to Black men in this country, is something that is on the minds of many folks, even outside of Minneapolis. You know, there's been many other cases for quite a number of years that have, marked the headlines around the country. So I think it is something that is in the back of everybody's mind, if not on the tips of everyone's tongue. So I think it's fair that they're asking about it because those things definitely will influence potential jurors.
But what is it informing the attorneys of? Well, what are they looking for? If you're on the prosecution and defense, what are you looking for as far as answers of, do you support Blue Lives Matter? Do you support Black Lives Matter?
They're looking for biases, Michael. That's plain and simple as far as I can see it. They're trying to see whether or not someone is so far on one side of either spectrum that they're going to be biased and not be able to give an impartial decision based on the facts of this case. Like you said, the ideal and legal fiction, I guess, that we believe is that, you know, folks come into the courtroom and they leave everything behind except for their common sense, and they use that to judge the facts that are presented to them in that trial. Of course, truth is that people bring into the courtroom a lot of attitudes and sometimes even biases. Maybe not even biases that they realize that they have, but certainly in the context of someone who's marching for Blue Lives Matter or Black Lives Matter, maybe those biases are more pronounced and might make it easier for the lawyer to make a decision about whether to strike them or to challenge them for cause.
All right, I'm going to get on my soapbox here for just a minute. Just for folks out there, clarification, Black Lives Matter doesn't mean only Black Lives Matter. Right? All lives certainly matter. Black Lives Matter is merely suggesting that the system has marginalized Black lives. Statistics bear this out in sentencing, policing, incarceration rates, all those things. So they're saying, hey, pay attention to Black lives because they do matter. Not that no one else matters. But anyway, all right, that's enough for the soapbox for now. DeWitt, stand by. We're going to take a quick break. We'll take you back